A very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are ready to begin. This is the game 2 of the best of 3 Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL D-League National Finals here at Caloocan City Sports Complex. Pasig Servants took 1-0 lead against your JY Caloocan Batang Kankaloo. This is Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL D-League Inaugural Season, ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino. It's time to meet the players from both teams. First, from Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL D-League Inaugural Season, South Division Champions, the Pasig Servants. Wearing jersey number 5, David Cruz. Number 6, Russell Bayani. Number 7, Pagate. Number 11, J.B. Brasilia. Number 17, C.J. Mesias. Number 19, Ron Batang. Number 25, James Tapinas. Number 33, S.J. Moore. Number 34, Raj Soliviano. Number 88, Benedict Whitehouse. And now let us have the starting 5 from your Pasig Servants. At guard, number 8, Von Roldan. Other guard, number 13, Jerry Hilibuyan. At forward, number 26, George Monte. Coming in at center, number 36, Terji Malaga. Also at forward, number 38, Eman Arnabo. Pasig Servants is joined with her head coach, Jay Cruz, and assistant coaches Jeremiah Santos, Deo Flores, Arvin De La Peña, Paulo Sabado, Vic Aguilar, team manager Elizabeth Cruz, and team owner Neil Estrella. Ladies and gentlemen, your Pasig Servants. Champions, Caloocan, Batang Kankaloo. Number 3, Joshua Russell. Number 6, Clint Manzano. Representing from Barangay 185, number 7, Quezon Pagarican. Number 9, Nico Armario. Number 11, Rex Gosselin. Number 16, the Babyface Mountain, Andrew Yap. Number 22, Aldrich David. Representing from Barangay 176, number 27, Ian Delgado. Representing from Barangay 175, number 30, Norbert Watson. Also from Barangay 176, number 57, Ian Dumacas. And now let us meet the starters from JY Caloocan, Batang Kankaloo. Coming in at center, number 2, Lance Masiglan. And forward, representing Barangay 176, number 24, Choco Bohorsalo.
Lahat ay sabay-sabay, matanungan mag-ingay, itaas mga kamay, batanungan mag-ingay. Lahat ay sabay-sabay, batanungan mag-ingay, itaas mga kamay, batanungan mag-ingay.
One guard representing Barangay 177, number 29, Andrex Magno.
Mag-ingay, lahat ay sabay-sabay, batanungan mag-ingay, itaas mga kamay, batanungan mag-ingay. Caloocan mag-ingay, itaas mga kamay.
Power forward representing Barangay 176, number 31, Leonard Tesabel.
Itaas mga kamay, batanungan mag-ingay. Caloocan mag-ingay, itaas mga kamay. Caloocan mag-ingay, lahat ay sabay-sabay, batanungan mag-ingay.
And on shooting guard, number 8, the Wonder Boy, Kian Baplan.
Itaas mga kamay, Caloocan mag-ingay, lahat ay sabay-sabay.
JY Caloocan Batang Kankaloo is joined with her head coach, RJ Patricio, assistant by Nico Benito, team consultant Keanu Asisio, team manager John Asebron, and team owners Honorable Congressman Dean Asisio and Johnny Hop. Ladies and gentlemen, your North Division champions, JY Caloocan Batang Kankaloo. Both teams on the center court for the Sportsmanship handshake.
Good evening, everybody, from the Caloocan Sports Complex. My name is Charlo Pangilinan, an honor and a privilege to cover this game with Eman Cabiles and Daphne Cristobal at the sidelines. Eman, we've been in this situation before. Caloocan down 0-1 in a series, and then game 2 being played here at the Caloocan Sports Center. Hopefully for Caloocan, it'll be the same outcome as last time.
That's right, Sho. Yes, first of all, good evening mga kaliga. Finals na po tayo ng D-League of Manny Pacquiao Jr. MPBL. And yes, we are very excited, overwhelmed with excitement dito sa loob ng Caloocan Sports Center because we may crown the first ever champion ng D-League ng Manny Pacquiao Jr. MPBL tonight, or this series may very well extend to a Game 3.
Safe to say only one thing's for sure, only time will tell. As again, this is Game 2 of a best-of-3 national final series between the undeniable Kings of the South, the Pasig Servants, and the fierce Kings of the North, the Caloocan GY Batang Kankaloo. And last game, just a quick recap, Pasig able to set the tone in Game 1, a big W for them. And for Kian Baclaan, it wasn't the most efficient 44 points for him. And for SJ Moore, chipped in major contributions. But for this game, we'll be focusing on two different players, the sweet shooting lefty of Caloocan, Joe Borcelo, and the all-around wizard of Pasig, George Diamante.
That's right, and you can see the stat lines of both players. Borcelo yesterday produced as 13 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 assists. No? He was the Robin to Kian Baclaan's Batman. While for George Diamante, well, he has been spectacular, especially last game yesterday, where he had 16 points, 8 rebounds, and 3 assists.
And again, even though Kian Baclaan and SJ Moore did their respective contributions, it wouldn't hurt if these two guys did more than what they are asked for. And for now, that's it. But still, we have one more surprise for you. We'll be asking Daphne. Daphne Cristobal, what do you have for us?
Joint Coach Eman, para sa Pasig Servants, job is not yet done, especially right now that they'll be getting another big man, yung contribution ulit nitong si Seven Gagate. Alam naman natin, the last time that they played here, malaki talaga ang naging tulong niya para sa kabilang panig naman, para sa Team Kankaloo. What a way to get the victory dito mismo sa kanilang tahanan. They're all equipped, they're all pumped up, especially with their 6-man present ngayon in tonight's game. Back you guys.
Thank you very much, Daphne. And again, against a team like Caloocan, Pasig will get all the help they can get anywhere and everywhere they can, anytime they can as well. And with that, we'll be turning it over to our venue announcer, Gio Cruz, for the start of our ball game.
For these ball game.
Our Doray Bola ng Pinoy starting 5 for Pasig, it's Roldan, Hinogin, Diamante, Anabo, and Malaga. For Caloocan, it's Magno, Baclaan, Borcelo, Desabel, and Masiglat. And just a quick recap again, just like what we've mentioned, the Pasig winning in Game 1 yesterday, setting up the tone with a score of 96 to 86, a double-digit win for them. A lot of things to be discussed during that game.
That's right, Joe. And yes, Pasig Servants, ironic to their team name, no? They have been the masters throughout these playoffs. They've only lost once, that's in the division finals pa. Pero so far, yun nga, hindi sila servants, master sila, itong Pasig Servants. And yesterday, in their first game, in Game 1 against Caloocan Batang Kankaloo, they dismantled the rhythm and flow of Caloocan in the first 3 quarters at least, no, while playing very smart and deliberate basketball. On the part of Caloocan, yeah, as you said, they've been in this situation before. In all the stages of these playoffs, Caloocan have faced faced elimination multiple times, no? Pero somehow, some way, against all odds, they overcame formidable foes one by one. Yes, with their resilience, skill, and a bit of luck.
Eh, huwag na tayong magpaligoy-ligoy pa. Pag-usapan na natin, the Wonder Boy, Kian Baclaan, scoring 44 points at
Right.
first glance sa score sheet natin. Maganda tignan yun.
Yes.
Pero not the most efficient night for him.
That's right. Of course, Kian Baclaan, he shot 15 out of 34 yesterday, and not really efficient, as you said. And credit that to that stifling defense that Pasig servants have implemented against Kian Baclaan. Especially itong si David Cruz na sabi nga natin, nasira yung rhythm nitong si Kian. And if you throw off Kian Baclaan's rhythm, magkakascade down na yan sa mga teammates niya.
Meanwhile, a 4-0 start for Pasig. First blood belonging to Mano Anabo had 15 points yesterday.
Right, very notable itong player na to, si Mano Anabo. Very solid performance yesterday alongside 30 Malaga. No? They basically controlled the paint inside.
Indeed, 5 players for Pasig in double figures. Meanwhile, for Caloocan, only Baclan and Borcelo able to produce double-digit figures for them.
In the meantime, in that last play, it is good to see Leonard Desabel getting a touch early in this game, no? And inside pa. But however, the quick hands of si George Diamante tapping that ball outside.
Masiglat overcooks the shot. Desabel turns garbage into gold for the first points of Caloocan this game.
And to build up on what I just said about Leonard Desabel, it is very important for Batang Kankaloo to establish itong si Leonard Desabel early in this game, because this is their energy guy. Leonard brings the energy, brings the hustle to this game, and if maaga pa lang natatrack na ditong si Desabel, itong mga loose balls, yung mga offensive rebounds, it will be a very big plus for JY Batang Kankaloo.
Meanwhile, Baclaan, no good on the shot. So far, Anabo with 7 points already in this game. The other 2 points scored by Von Roldan. Let's see what Pasig has in mind. Another fancy pass by George Diamante like he usually does, but that time it's unsuccessful.
As you said, as he usually does, George Diamante. I really like his game, no? Mahilig din tayo sa mga no-look passes, sa katulad ng gano'n, being guards, both of us. However, sometimes talaga kailangan itimpang mo yung turnovers against sa assists, no? And yesterday, George Diamante had 3 assists, pero ang dami ng pasa na naagaw. So marami siyang turnovers yesterday, about 5. So mas maraming turnovers against the assist, and that's not really a good stat line.
Meanwhile, Anabo on full attack mode that sequence, unable to sink the shot, but 2 freebies coming up for the soaring Falcon. And so far, he has 7 points in this game.
That's right, Mike Tocayo, Emmanuel Eman /Manu/Mark Anabo. Yesterday, we mentioned earlier, had 15 points and 8 rebounds to his name. Quiet but very solid performance for Manu Anabo, and it looks like he is continuing where he left off from yesterday's win.
However,
spoke too soon.
exactly, missed 2 freebies. Meanwhile, Magno, what a move! Magno with a shake and bake.
Andrex Magno weaving his way against 3 defenders, able to get that layup to go, and he is key here for Batang Kankaloo as well as Aldrich David, because Kian Baclaan really needs a lot of help, especially in the backcourt. It is very vital that Andrex Anabo and Aldrich David had good games here in support of Kian Baclaan, so that Kian will not have to have the ball in his hands always, no?
Indeed. Meanwhile, Kian dancing,
right.
but he gets caught dancing to the wrong song.
Right. Nawala sa tempo.
And going back to what you said earlier, if anything was an indication of that, it was game 1.
Yes. And again, Pasig servants, masterful execution on both ends of the floor in game 1. As yun nga, they threw off Kian Baclaan's rhythm at nahawa na yung buong team. So it is really key now that Aldrich David and Andrex Magsano step up for Kian Baclaan. And also, this guy who's about to come in, Clint Manzano, he needs more touches inside.
Meanwhile, 30 Malaga able to get an offensive rebound and 2 freebays coming up for him. And that's one thing Pasig did better in Game 1.
Oh,
the
yes.
rebounding department at the second chance points.
And credit those rebounds to this guy, 30 Malaga, who had more rebounds than points yesterday. He had a big double-double, 11 points and 13 rebounds. Of course, working extra hard in the paint alongside Manu Anabo.
Meanwhile, the Servants missing 0 out of 4 in their past trips.
Right. So itong free throws, pag-usapan natin konti as another fast break is there for Pasig.
Clint Manzano says, not in my house.
And again, Clint Manzano alongside Leonard Desabel, they are very vital in the interior defense of this JY Batang Kankaloo. Actually, they were the ones who contained Joma Gulapa in the division finals, no? So they really need to step up in this game too.
As it turns out, it was a foul on Clint Manzano. So first freebie of the game goes in for Jeffy Hinogin, at least for Pasig. Second one. Oh, Pasig right now missing freebies, only making 1 so far in this game.
Right. And as I was saying earlier, in terms of free throws, when Caloocan made a big run early in the fourth quarter, before the middle of the fourth quarter, they cut that 20-plus point lead down to 7. However, they missed a lot of free throws in the midway through that fourth quarter. And if they made like a bit of their free throws, that they could have been just down by just 2 points by the fourth minute of the fourth quarter yesterday.
That was certainly an issue. But right now, first one goes in for Borsello. He goes 2 out of 2. Perhaps that'll be a fixed issue this game.
It seems na ang free throws sumasabay kung saan naglalaro.
Diamante this time handling the leather. Almost a steal by Joko. That pass was intended for Mano Anabo. Nevertheless, 14 to shoot for the Servants. Looks like it'll be vulnerable Dan triggering the inbound. Baclaan will be the one to bother him. Diamante outside, surveying the field. The pick from Anabo. Diamante goes right. He attacks Isabel. He puts one up off the window. It's good for George Diamante.
This was mentioned by Coach Noy yesterday. George Diamante, he can drive, he can pull up. If you put a smaller defender on him, he's just gonna shoot over that defender.
Meanwhile, Joko Borsello lights it up from downtown for the first 3-pointer of the game for Caloocan.
Right now, JY Caloocan, Batang Kankaloo, looking better at the start of this game as opposed to yesterday's game.
Exactly, looks like the Batang Kankaloo did their homework and found solutions to their problems, as we'll take another look at that Joko Borsello 3-point nuclear bomb from the left wing. Meanwhile, Pasig with a 3-point lead. Diamante looking for an open teammate, almost lost it. Picked up by Anabo. Shot clock at 5. Manu, tough shot, not that time. Jorcelo fighting for the rebound. And this time it's Kian. Baclaan pull up 3. Yes! Kian Baclaan from deep.
The confidence and the skill of Kian Baclaan still next level as he's showing it that transition 3. No? Ilang players lang ang may lisensya na gumawa nun.
And meanwhile, Jeffy Hinogin answers back with 2 points. So Pasig now hanging on to a 2-point lead as Joko won't waste any time, finds Decibel inside the bump. Great defense from 30 Malaga.
The interior defense of Pasig Servants holding up very well considering na wala pa dyan yung malalaki talaga nilang players, no? Between these three, Diamante, Malaga, and Anabo, they are doing an outstanding job in manning the paint.
Gazingan fade away, no good for Lex. This time it's Mano Anabo handling the basketball. He'll attack right, the bump against Gazingan. He puts one up, not that time, but there seems to be a foul. The crowd is so wild we cannot hear the whistles.
And Pasig Servants, the luxury of having your bigs able to bring the ball down and even set up plays, talking about Diamante and Anabo. Ang laking bagay nun eh. Dahil yung mga forwards at centers mo, kayang gumawa ng sarili nilang plays at kayang mag-set up para sa teammates nila.
First freebie is good for the Carmona Rizal native. Second one on its way. 2 out of 2 for Mano Anabo. This time, it's Gazingan. The pick from Desabel. Quick fire. Off to the front iron. Great rebound by Desabel.
Right, he knew exactly where that ball's gonna fall. Huh?
David attacks. Aldrich David. That's good with a short stab. 2-point game again.
Earlier, Andres Manzano got his bucket, and now it's Aldrich David. As we've said, this is what Caloocan needs. Point distribution.
Meanwhile, the Wizard of Pasig fighting the bottom of the hoop with a tough shot. That's George Diamante.
May nakasabit kay George noon, pero naipasok pa rin.
David having a hard time against Jeffy. And that time he draws the foul against the feisty guard of Pasig. As right now, the South Division Kings with a 4-point lead. Under 3 minutes remaining in Chapter 1. Size being added to the lineup of Pasig as Raj Soliano enters the game. And now SJ Moore coming off the bench, just like his setup in that game 1.
Yes, yesterday, SJ Moore came off the bench about this time also, mga less than 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. And that is mainly why the bench points of Pasig Servants is 32 as opposed to only 18 for JY Batang Kankaloo, because si SJ Moore pa naman coming off the bench. No?
Meanwhile, that previous play, we saw Kian Baclan go to work in the post. That is the reason why Pasig only now has a 2-point lead, but they have 12 seconds to shoot.
And you see the adjustment here, Cholo, no? Kian Baclan yesterday, as early as the midcourt, may nakatao na kagad sa kanya. Pag lumapit siya ng konti, he will see 2 or 3 bodies in front of him. No? But ngayon, yung adjustment nakikita natin, Kian Baclan receiving the ball 15, 17 feet away from the basket, and that's a big thing.
Meanwhile, Gaito was able to hit a 3-pointer in front of Kian. At that time, no good for Kian Baclan. Hinogan brings it down. He attacks, high pickup, tough shot, goes in anyway. Jeffy Hinogan with the heavy lifting.
Heavy lifting indeed, taking the defenders back to the way through. Nakatalikot yung layup na yun, Cholo.
Meanwhile, Lex Gazingan gets caught dancing to the wrong song.
Second travel called against Batang Kankaloo. No? So, and those turnovers were forced by the defense nitong Pasig Servants.
Make it a 7-point lead for the Servants. Over a minute remaining in Chapter 1. Moore has it. Duaso picking him up. Anabo provides the pin. Moore goes right and then left. Almost lost the basketball. Anabo unable to catch the leather, so possession goes to the homeowners.
Good defensive stance there by Duaso. If you're Caloocan, that's what you'd like for one player sa Pasig Servants. That time it was SJ Moore na bumabad sa kanya yung bola as opposed to the Pasig Servants moving the ball well.
Baclan puts one up, sends it inside. Manzano almost lost it. The attack, tough shot gets blocked by Soliano. Manzano gets it back again, puts one up, still no good. Great defense from Soliano. And here comes SJ Moore taking flight, but short on the attempt. This time it's Kian against Hinogin. Baclan, body to body. Kian Baclan rising up for 2 points.
That time Kian Baclan making sure that Caloocan gets the 2. Nothing fancy, just went for the body of Hinogin, and Hinogin wisely moved out of the way.
Last 10 seconds of our first period. Hinogin, not that time, out of bounds. Last shot, potentially belonging to the side of the Batang Kankaloo. And with that, Lex Gazingan enters the game, hopefully to provide one last shot for the Batang Kankaloo. Let's see what they have in mind. Borsello, 3 seconds remaining. Joko puts one up. Kaboom! Joko Borsello lights it up from deep, just at the brink of time. With a hand on his face, Joko Borsello, what a way to end our first period. 23-21, only a 2-point game as we take another look. Borsello, the pull-up, the sweet shooting lefty of Caloocan delivers. And cuts the lead to just 2 for Pasig to end our first period. Again, it's 23-21. We'll be back for more action, and once again, this is the one and only Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL D-League Inaugural Season National Finals.
Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL would like to thank Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances,
Dorade Bola ng Pinoy, Don Benito's ang pambansang kasava, Nature's Spring, Pound for Pound Fitness, Pound Active, Jinky Skin,
The Hustle Club, embrace the struggle, believe in your hustle,
Red Dynasty Seafood and Hot Pot Restaurant, Winford Resort and Casino,
Kung ang Pasig Servants sa katulog ng mahimbing kagabi, iba ang kwento para sa Batang Kankaloo. For Coach RG Patricia and the rest of his coaching staff, last night hindi sa matulog, nag-conduct talaga sila ng study or ng review para sa tendencies nitong Pasig Servants. Also, ito nga ang si Joko Borsello, he mentioned na kakahapon, iba daw talaga yung atmosphere, iba yung aura ng kanyang koponan. So today, a better body language he have witnessed for his team, and hopefully that could also bring some spark and energy for his squad to get game number 2. Join Coach Emma.
Thank you very much, Daphne, for that report. And indeed, body language is everything. Body language is how you respond to
Yes.
things that happen to you.
Yes, and right now, let's see if the tactics of Pasig Servants, particularly of David Cruz, will work again as he sends Kian Baclan to the line, no? And get to the jeers of the crowd, of this Caloocan crowd. Ito si David Cruz really embracing the villain's role, no?
Meanwhile, CJ Macias, his lower lip seems to be bleeding. Yes, it is indeed bleeding. That's why he will have to be subbed out. Looks like Russell Bayani will be the one to replace him.
That's unfortunate. Ian Macias has checked in no less than 10 seconds in the court.
Indeed. And he's one guy to provide some spark from beyond the arc for Pasig. Nevertheless, Kian Baclan's second freebie. He goes 1 out of 2. And you've mentioned a while ago he missed some key freebies.
Oh yes.
This time, let's see if he can redeem himself. Jamante, nowhere to go. Inside dish, Bayani puts one up. No good for Russell. And then there's a whistle.
Right.
That's going to be an offensive foul, over the back foul rather, on Bayani.
Yes, Solano caught warding off. I believe it was a loose ball foul called against Solano, and he's the tallest guy on the floor. He actually didn't need to ward off the opponent that time. Oh, what a break!
Meanwhile, Manzano, the fake. No good at the jump shot. And a foul called on Norbert Huaso.
Right. Huaso, hanggang siko lang yung taloy niya against George Jamante. That time, he had better position.
So it'll be George Jamante surveying the field for a passing in this possession. Huaso picking him up. Jamante goes left. The pull-up by George. Way off from Jamante.
Right. That time, not the best shot you can take in that possession of George Amante. Setting the offense and then pulling up ng biglaan.
Meanwhile, Manu Anabo checks in for SJ Moore. So far, Pasig hanging on to a 1-point lead. Caloocan a chance to reclaim what was theirs.
Oh,
Baclan.
right.
Wait a minute, there's a push. David Cruz.
It was a combination of a push and a hold to the jersey of Kian Baclan. It was basically what Kian Baclan was complaining about yesterday. You know, that David Cruz was handshaking him.
And
So David Cruz had 4 fouls yesterday.
Meanwhile, that previous play, Kian Baclan failed to catch a basketball properly. So you could say that what David Cruz did worked.
Yes. And again, David Cruz trying to get under the skin of Kian Baclan.
Meanwhile, Diamante attacks to the line, puts one up. That's good over Clint Manzano.
George Diamante, the IQ, he knows, reading the defense very well that time, making up for the ill-advised 3 that he attempted earlier.
Meanwhile, Duaso overcooks the shot. Anabo stops, takes a 3. Not that time. He'll try to get it back, but he won't. Possession will be going back to Caloocan. As Leonard Decibel checks in for Norbert Duaso. And a chance for Caloocan to cut the lead to just 1 for Pasig or tie the game up at 25. David finds Kian. Cruz bothering him. Baclan sends it inside. Decibel, 2 points for Leonard.
What a hook pass there by Kian Baclan. Leonard Decibel obliges with a stick in from point blank range. But that pass went through 2 defenders' arms.
And make no mistake, Kian Baclan can score, but he can also pass the rack.
Right, and again, with how pesky David Cruz is defending Kian Baclan, you can see the adjustment of Caloocan. Kian Baclan receiving the ball inside the 3-point arc. No? So, malapit na siya sa ring when he gets the ball.
Diamante against Decibel, goes behind the back. Almost lost it, having a difficult time against Leonard. Diamante puts one up. And he's called for an offensive foul.
Right. I thought, at first I thought George was able to fish for that foul against Leonard, but the eagle eye on that call by our officials, claiming that George initiated the contact by raising his off arm.
Meanwhile, caller developing between Cruz and Baclan. You gotta love the energy from David Cruz.
Right.
David finding an open guy, finds Masiglat. He's up against 7. Gagadio just entered the game. Borsello fade away. Oh, window! Sweet shooting lefty of Caloocan delivers again.
Joe Borsello is feeling it tonight.
Who said he was Robin?
Yeah, right now he is Nightwing. Na-elevate na.
Meanwhile, Anabo lower the shot. Bayani gets it back. Russell. Not that time, but he'll draw a foul. And 2 freebies coming up for the former 18 and under MVP.
And this is one thing that...
Meanwhile, Joe Borsello, replay on that fadeaway lefty shot.
Right. This is one thing that Caloocan needs to work on rebounding. Yesterday they were out rebounded by 8 by the Pasig Servants. A lot of those rebounds were offensive rebounds, and that's why props really to the interior of to the front line of Pasig Servants, specifically Anabo, Diamante, and Malaga.
So this time, bringing down the basketball is Joko Borsello. He's up against George. Our matchup discussed a while ago, but Kian receives it. Thought about the 3. Cruz forcing him right. Baclan puts one up. That's good for Kian.
Kian Baclan asking George Diamante, anong height mo? As he sticks that in, nothing but net on the jumper.
And more importantly, a 2-point lead now for the Batang Kankaloo, 28-26. As we'll take another look, Kian goes right, rises up, fades away, nothing but a bottom of the hoop for the Wonder Boy. Major spring timeout called. We'll be back for more action.
Manny Pacquiao's junior MPBL would like to thank Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances,
Dorade Bola ng Pinoy, Don Benito's ang pambansang kasava, Nature Spring, Pound for Pound Fitness, Pound Active, Jinky Skin,
The Hustle Club, embrace the struggle, believe in your hustle,
Red Dynasty Seafood and Hot Pot Restaurant, Winford Resort and Casino,
Back to the action here again. That was Doray Bola ng Pinoy, the official basketball of our junior MPBL. And just before this possession starts, we would like to invite everybody to tune in to the upcoming junior MPBL Davao Leg happening March 20. More of that later. As now we have over 6 minutes remaining in Chapter 2. Anabo backing down Borcelo. Anabo sets it to Gadate. The one-hander won't work for 7. Rebound by Decibel.
Good defense that time by Caloocan, and actually that floater by Gagade helped that defense. No? They could have put it in.
Oh, what a find! Kian Baklaan with the wizardry.
Right, and second time, Ian Baklaan finding Leonard Decibel inside, and again Decibel with a 2, and that is his game.
Again, make no mistake, Kian Baklaan can pass the basketball.
Right, and that is actually what that big adjustment that they have to do in this game. No, they have to have better ball movement in order to get an advantage against this Pasig Servant squad.
Meanwhile, Coach RJ Patricio telling Joko to shoot the basketball as he had an open look that time. But this time, it was, we'll take another look at that pass. Gorgeous pass from Kian Baklaan. This time, it's Pasig's turn. They're down by 4. Inside. They put one up. Bayani will draw another foul. And that's going to be 2 opportunities from the line again.
That was a man's play there, orchestrated by Russell Bayani, demanding the ball at the post and taking advantage of a, not really a shorter defender, but yeah, less lean. Oh, however, Pasig Servants still having all sorts of trouble from the line.
And now we turn it over to Daphne Cristobal for a report.
We're here dito sa ating second quarter. Nakita natin na pumasok si CJ Mesias ng Pasig Servants, but with just less than 10 seconds, nasiko nga siya. And according to our medical team of the tournament, he suffered from a centimeter-long lower lip cut. Well, on the positive note naman, the bleeding already stopped, so he just needs to rest for a while. At meron na siyang deadline na makabalik mamaya sa laruan. Try coach.
Thank you very much, Daphne. That time we saw Leonard Decibel doing the dirty work for the Batang Kankaloo.
Right, and that is Leonard Decibel's game. Those hustle plays, offensive rebounds, and the stick backs. Leonard Decibel, no place like home, because yesterday, Cho, ang dami ng point blank attempts na hindi pumasok, pero right now, he is feeling it.
Yes, indeed, a chance to redeem himself. Meanwhile, Borcelo, one more time for Leonard Decibel. He has been going to work.
That's right. And because Caloocan has been very successful in getting points inside the paint, expect the defense to sag down and expect some threes to be fired by the guards of Batang Kankaloo.
Meanwhile, that previous sequence, you gotta love the effort, not only from Decibel, but from Company diving to the loose ball. But this time, it's a nature spraying timeout called by Coach RJ Patricio as they're up by 6 points. With under 4 minutes remaining in our first half, 34-28. Meanwhile, again, that guy, Leonard Decibel, has been working wonders, doing the dirty work, doing things that you cannot see in the stat sheet. We'll be back for more action. Back to the action here under 4 minutes remaining in Chapter 2. 6-point lead for the Caloocan GY Batang Kankaloo. Bocorcelo, quick fire! Kapow! Choco Bocorcelo is unconscious.
Right, the third three of Joko Bocorcelo. And like I said, expect the threes to rain down coming from Batang Kankaloo as they have already established themselves inside the paint, courtesy of Leonard Desabel.
Meanwhile, Ian Dumangkas. No good on the shot. They get it back.
Right.
Magno hustling for the basketball.
Yes, Magno, but first off, it was Leonard Desabel again, enabling tapping that ball to his teammate, no?
Meanwhile, disrupted play for Caloocan. Great defense from Pasig. Nevertheless, that's another possession for Caloocan. They have a couple of seconds to shoot. But first, a Nature Spring timeout will be called again by Coach RJ Patricio as they're enjoying a 9-point lead. Hopefully, they can sustain that one. And we take another look. Again, Joko Bocorcelo, 3 3-pointers so far in this game. And we'll be back for more action.
Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL would like to thank Extreme One